Good morning. Today we're going to be going through the June 2021 AdMath paper, and I know you're used to seeing writing on the computer screen, but that get boring, right? So that get boring. We're just going to go through it like this. We're going to have a grand time. So this is just to let you be able to review how you'd have done on the 2021 AdMath paper. Next. Alright, so the first question says, determine the remainder when f of x is divided by x minus 1. This is section 1, question 1. So the first thing is, guys, to do this question, right, if we need to find the remainder, we need to use remainder theorem. Remainder theorem tells us that if we divide a polynomial by x minus a, then to get the remainder is f of a. So what we're going to do is just say the remainder is equal to f of 1. The remainder is equal to f of 1 because this is divided by x minus 1. So f of 1 is equal to, we substitute 1 into the cubic function. Plug in 1 up here. A times 1 cube plus 7 times 1 square. So all we did was input 1 into the cubic function. Then we'll simplify. That's a. This is plus 7 minus 3. The remainder is a minus 3. So that is question 1I. This was 2 marks. That's that. Hope everybody got that so far. Nice. Alright, part 2 says, if the remainder when f of x is divided by x plus 3 is equal to the remainder determined in part 1, find the value of a. So what they're telling you in part 2 is, if the two of them have the same remainder, right? Remember, now we're dividing f of x by x plus 3. And then tell us, so we divide f of x by x plus 3, the remainder, then tell us that the remainder r is equal to whatever we get up here, so which is a minus 3. So what does that mean? Oh, this is a that implies symbol. So they're telling us that when f of x is divided by x plus 3, the remainder is a minus 3. So that implies now, if it is x plus 3, this is f of negative 3. So we need to find f of negative 3. F of negative 3 is equal to, plug negative 3 into the function, a times negative 3 cubed plus 7 times negative 3 squared minus 7 times negative 3 minus 3. We'll simplify it now, guys. So simplify negative 3 cubed is negative 27a. Negative 3 squared is 9. 9 times 7 is 9 times 7, 63. Minus 3 times minus 7 is plus 21. And you probably wonder, why is this a plus? Remember that when you square a negative, it becomes positive. Positive times positive is positive. Negative times negative is also positive. Minus 3. And remember, so this is going to be equal to the remainder, a minus 3. So when we simplify it, guys, what we're going to get is negative 27a. Now, 63 plus 21, that's 84. And this minus 3 here, so this minus 3 cancels the minus 3 over here. And that's equal to a. So we can bring over 27a. So now we get that 27 come over here, become 28a. is equal to 84. Now what number times 28 give you 84? So that means A equal 3. That's it, guys. A is equal to 3. And that takes care of that part of the question right there. A is equal to 3. Alright? So yes, and this was worth 3 marks. So I hope you had fun doing that, and I hope everybody got this part right here. A minus 3 and 3. Now guys, part B says consider the function g of x is equal to x squared plus m plus 4 times x plus 4m equals 0. And they said this has real and equal roots. So it has equal roots. And then they say find the values of m that will make this have equal roots. So come there say, so how are we gonna do this? Well, no worries, this is easy, guys. We just need to remember discriminants. Remember discriminants tell us that if the roots are real and equal, then that implies b squared minus 4ac equals 0. Now all you need to do is look at the coefficients in it and write down what is the a. So I love to write down what is my a. A is 1, b is m plus 4, and c is 4m. So that means so that implies now the discriminant is m plus 4, that is b squared, minus 4 times a is 1, times c, which is 4m, equal 0. Now expanding this, it becomes first term squared plus twice the product of the two plus second term squared. Minus 4 times 4 is 16m equals 0. Now we can group like terms. This becomes m squared. 8m minus 16m is minus 8m plus 16 equals 0. Now guys, you see this negative 8m here, so now we can write this as m squared minus 4m plus 16 equals 0. We can factor out m, we're left back with m minus 4. We can factor out negative 4, we're left back with m minus 4 equals 0. So what we end up getting is m minus 4 times m minus 4 equals 0. And so therefore, m equal 4 or m equal 4. So guys, the two answer we get is m can equal 4 or m equal 4. So the only real answer is m equal 4. That's a 5 marks. Now they said they gave you a grid to look at what would happen if you sketch it. Now guys, we have a computer here, so look at what's going on the grid. So we're not using their graph, we're just showing you what's happening on the computer screen with our computer app. That is the graph when you put m as 4. Because when you put m as 4, the function becomes x squared plus 8m plus 4 times 4 is 16. So that's what g of x become. That's it. Nice. I hope you all got that one right as well. Alright guys, now part C, it says h of x is equal to 2x squared plus 8x minus 10. And what they ask us to do is to express h of x in the form of the vertex form. So put h of x in the vertex form, that's part I, right? Put h of x in the form a in bracket x plus b squared plus c. So guys, to complete the square, there are 3 ways we can do it. Let's just show off our skills. So the first way is by factorization. So what we can do is factor out 2 from the first 2 terms. I will left back with x squared plus 4x minus 10. Then continuing, this becomes 2 in bracket. Now we're going to complete the square for the x terms. This will become x plus half this, it becomes 2 square, and you subtract back 2 square minus 10. So this works out to be multiplying 2 times everything now. This is 2 times x plus 2 square. Negative 2 square is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. That's minus 8 minus 10. So this is now 2 in bracket x plus 2 square minus 18. That's the answer right there. That's one way we can complete the square. That's one way of many. Now guys, the next way, which is very popular, is they tell you us generally to do it this way. Write h of x as a in bracket x plus h squared plus k. That's how they love tell us to do it. And from that, doing it this way, they tell you that, remember, h is equal to b over 2a. b is what? b is 8. So h is 8 over 2 times 2. 8 over 4 is 2. Then they tell us that k is 4ac minus b squared over 4a. That's what they tell us is k. In this case, k is going to be 4 times a is 2. So we put 2. C is negative 10 minus b squared, which is 8 squared, over 4 times a, which is 2. Now I'm going to work this out. Let's work it out. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 10, that's negative 80. Negative 80 minus 8 squared, that's negative 64. That's negative 144. Guys, we don't need calculator. So k, let me continue here. K is equal to negative 144 over 4 times 2 is 8. See there, guys, negative 144 over 8, which is negative 18. Yeah, easy. So guys, see here, putting it in that form, h of x is equal to a in bracket x plus h squared plus k. What was a? A was 2. What was h? H was 2. So x plus 2 squared plus k, negative 18. That's the answer. So we do the 2 ways. I was to say, either way you do it, guys, it's fine. There's another way you can complete the square, but you know that don't matter. Alright? That's 3 marks. This was 3 marks, by the way. Hopefully I've got those 3 marks. Alright guys, the next part says, state the minimum value of h of x. So part 2, the minimum value of h of x is, guys, the minimum value is always k. The minimum value is always k. So the minimum value is negative 18. That's the minimum value, negative 18. Nice. Now part 3 says determine the value of x for which a minimum occur. The value of x, the minimum occurs always when you set x plus 2 equals 0. So you set x plus 2 equals 0 and you get x equal to negative 2. So the value of x, the minimum occurs always when x is negative 2. So the value of x min occurs is x equal negative 2. And that's it, guys. That rounds out question 1. I hope you had fun. Nice. And so we're gonna go through question 2 now. Alright? Alright guys, we're back for question 2. Alright, so let's go. Question 2 says, given that log base 2 of 6 plus root 12, question 2a, log base 2 of 6 plus root 12 minus log base 2 of 3 plus root a, they tell us that this is equal to the log of 10. Now guys, whenever the base is not given, this is base 10. This is base 10, and we know that the log of 10 is 1. Let's put it in your calculator. The log of 10 is 1. So what this is saying now, we need to remember the rule that tells us. Remember this rule, guys. Log A minus log B is the log of A over B. Remember that rule. Once you remember that rule, this becomes log to base 2 of A, which is 6 plus root 12, divided by B, which is 3 plus root A. And this is equal to, the log of 10, guys, is 1. So we can just put 1. Now remember the definition of logarithm. The log of a base of a number is equal to some power. That implies that base to the power equal to a number. That's the definition of logarithm. So this is the number. So that means 6 plus root 12 over 3 plus root a. That's equal to, the base is 2, the power is 1. So that's 2 to the 1. We can cross multiply, guys, and get 6 plus root 12 is equal to 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So we get 6 plus 2 times root a is 2 root a. Now guys, the 6 then cancel on each side. So now we get root 12 equal to 2 root a. But then remember, root 12 is what? Remember guys, root 12 is equal to root 4 times root 3. And root 4 is 2. That's 2 root 3. That's root 12. So what is this telling us, guys? This is telling us that root 12 is 2 root 3. So we write 2 root 3 is equal to 2 root a. So a must be 3. That's the answer right here, guys. It is 3. Now, and this question was about how many marks? 5 marks to do this. And we do the no. Alright. The next part, guys, says determine the set of values for x for which 2 minus x over 4x minus 9 is less than 0. So question 2 part B, we have 2 minus x over 4x minus 9 is less than 0. To do this, guys, what are we gonna do? Well, first thing, multiply through by the square of the denominator. So multiply through by 4x minus 9 squared. We'll multiply through by the square of the denominator on both sides. This becomes 2 minus x times 4x minus 9 less than 0. So a wonderful student of mine always said, just bring the denominator up into the numerator. Now guys, look at this. This is a quadratic. This is not a quadratic. And what type of quadratic is it? If you were to expand it, you'd see that this is the type of quadratic that is frowning. Because minus x times 4x is negative 4x squared. So that would be telling us that it is frowning. So the graph will look something like this. It's frowning. Now guys, look at this now. Since it is frowning, look at this. When x is 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. So one of the root then is 2. And one of the next root is 4x minus 9. less than 0. Set 4x minus 9 equals 0, you get 9 over 4. And it want the part of the graph where x is less, it want the part of the graph where the function is less than 0. Now the function is less than 0, guys, out here. In between here, the function is bigger than 0. This is the line y equals 0. This is the line y equals 0. So down here is where it's less than 0. So it is less than 0 when? So this is the answer now, guys. So the solution set, we can tell them is x is such that x is less than 2, union x is greater than 9 over 4. That's your answer. That's 4 marks, guys. We really don't do nothing. We get 4 marks just for that. Just for this, guys. 4 marks. We don't do nothing yet. Nice. 4 marks for this. Alright guys, the next part of the paper says Alice, I don't know, she deposited $4,000 into her new savings account at the Bank of Fortune, which pays at an interest rate of 8% per annum. So guys, this looks like a simple interest or compound interest question. It tells us the principal. The principal is what she just start with, what she put in the bank, $4,000. Principal is P. The interest rate, let me call it I rate. The interest rate, which is R, they tell us the interest rate is 8%. I like to write 0.08. Guys, 0.08 is 8%. And then they tell us that, the bank compounded interest is represented by this geometric progression, where A is the amount of money accumulated after T years. So A is like the total amount that's accumulated. That's A. And the formula they give us is that it is A is equal to P into 1 plus R over 100 to the T. Guys, with CSEC maths, this is CSEC maths compound interest formula. Now they say, determine the number of years it would take Alice's money to triple. At least mean at minimum, it's going to be tripled. At least triple. Guys, the time taken for money to at least triple. To see it here now, what would be the triple? If this one should start with 4,000, a triple would mean say it's 4,000 times 3. 4,000 times 3. That's 12,000. That's when our money would triple. 12,000. Alright? So since our money would triple at 12,000, we can put that the final amount is 12,000. And it's equal to, this is when it will at least triple. Initial principal is 4,000 into 1 plus R is 0.08. 0.08. So that is, in percentage, that's 8 over 100 raised to the T. Alright? So, let me see now. This is in percentage, guys. Percentage over 100. So, if I divide through by 4,000, if I divide both sides by 4,000, do it in a different color ink. We divide both sides by 4,000. This cancels this. 12,000 over 4,000 is 3. And so we get 1 plus 8 over 100 is 1.08 raised to the T. So to find T now, guys, we take the log of both sides. So log 3 is equal to the log of 1.08 to the t. But by rule of logarithm, we can bring this down to t log 1.08 is the log of 3. And then now, guys, all we need to do now is divide it by the log of 1.08 divided by the log of 1.08. This part cancels this, so t is log 3 over the log of 1.08. Now, I don't know what that is, so I'm going to teleport and go for the calculator. Guys, I'm back with the calculator. We're going to input it now. The log of 3 divided by the log of log 3 divided by the log of 1.08. That's 14.27. So this 14.27 is t. Now guys, let's be real. We found 14.27 years. So we can write, this is the final answer we're going to write. We're going to say, therefore, it will take 15 years for Alice's money to at least triple. It's going to take at least 15 years for our money to triple and become more. So that's it, guys. That completes section 1. I hope you had some fun. And stay tuned for section 2. Guys, by the way, I strongly recommend that every person do pure mathematics. It's going to be fun. For the new school year, we're going to have lots of animation videos. When we're doing past paper session, it's going to be on the whiteboard. We're going to have cartoon videos, animation videos. We're going to have a lot more here. So stay tuned for more, guys. Make sure to just hit that subscribe button. Help the channel to grow. We're going to have a lot of fun. So I hope so far the paper is going well. Stay tuned for section 2.